Yo, what up, though? This is my week 2 prediction for the NFC North, man. You got Green Bay at Atlanta, Chicago at Tampa, Seattle at Detroit, and Vikings at Eagles, man. I got Green Bay beating the Falcons, man. I think Green Bay is going to be 2-0 after week 2. Because Atlanta Falcons, man, only have a running game. And Green Bay defense is good enough to shut down that running game. So, and the quarterback from the Falcons ain't really do too much last week. I don't even think he threw for his pass completion. I don't think it was over 65. I don't think he threw for 200 yards. But anyway, it don't even matter. I got the Packers, man, beating the Falcons, man. I think Aaron Jones will have a big game in the air and on the ground. And Jordan Love going to do exactly what he did last week. The little dinks and dunks. And the Packers going to beat the Falcons, man. I hate to say it, but the Packers about to be 2-0. Chicago at Tampa Bay, man. I got Tampa Bay. It ain't too much to say. We all seen Justin Field last week against the Green Bay Packers. And Tampa Bay don't look that good, but I think Tampa Bay defense will do enough for the Buccaneers to win that game. Because Justin Fields will have at least one interception in that game. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Justin Fields don't look good at all. Then you got Seattle and Detroit. Is this the get-back game for Detroit? Because y'all know Seattle beat Detroit last year. So is this the get-back game or not? I want to say Seattle is down an offensive lineman or two. And Detroit did beat Kansas City last week. And Detroit is at home. And I don't know how the hell did Seattle lose to the Rams with no Cooper Kupp. Like, y'all ain't even put up a fight in that game. And I hate to say it, man. I think Geno Smith went back to the old Geno Smith, man. I hate to say it, man. But that game between the Lions and Seattle, I really think that might be a toss-up for real. It could go either way. Because Geno can ball out, but Geno played like he played last week. Detroit got that game in the bag. I'm not going to lie to y'all. And Geno might throw 2 interceptions if he played like he played last week, man. So hopefully the Lions will go 1-1. Or they might go 2-0 for real. If Seattle don't get their shit together. And the way they looked last week, Geno looked like the Geno that was in New York. And the Minnesota Vikings at Philly Thursday night. The game everybody been waiting for. The game of the week in week 2. 2 of the best teams in the NFC. I know a lot of people want to pick the Eagles. It's fan favorite. Everybody like Jalen Hurts. But last week, Jalen Hurts had one of his worst games probably as a starter, besides that playoff game when they played against the Buccaneers. But regular season, that probably his worst game he played in a long time. Like, that game on offense was horrible. They couldn't run the football. A.J. Brown, they do nothing. I think they only scored 1 touchdown on offense. And the Eagles got lucky last week, man. But my Vikings ain't look too good either, though. But we know what we got to do, and we could fix what we got to fix. But the Eagles got a new OC and a new DC. And I think Philly is feeling that new OC for real. Because the Eagles ain't looked too good last week, man. That's all I'm going to say. The Vikings and Eagles play tomorrow. Hey, man, we're going to see what happens, man. I predict the Vikings come out with a W. Let's go, SKOL Nation.